I'm just about to tell you, to getting burnt. I tested positive for COVID. Where have I been? Why have I not been posting? And what's been going on? There's about 3 or 4 things that have happened all back to back within a span of the last 10 days from today. And I'm not going to be vlogging today because I don't have the energy for it, but I feel like I owe you a life update because I'm getting DMs and comments and emails asking me what happened to my daily uploads. Some of you are mad at me, which I think is sweet, but you also need to understand there's a lot going on this side, and you don't know about what's going on this side because I haven't told you. So I'm just about to tell you what's happening. That's what I can do for right now. So first things first, last weekend I started to feel a gland on my throat, on my neck. It was around here. It's still there, but alhamdulillah, with my doctor's treatment, I've gone to the doctor a couple of times and I had my next appointment for today. I would have been at my doctor's in the next 2 hours, which obviously I'm not going for now. You'll know why, or the title of the video may have told you why. He put me on really good medication and we've been closely monitoring it, and this situation has been almost resolved. Something really weird is happening. I don't know how and I don't know why. I was just kind of like, tying my hair or whatever earlier, and you know how sometimes you just tend to like touch yourself like this, and I feel a little bump on my neck. It's not like a muscle bump, it's like my nas pe nas chadti par dukh nahi raha. It's like a, is node the right word? Like it's almost like I can feel a, I don't think you can see it clearly. I just took a selfie to kind of try and see it properly if it's showing up. I can feel a little roundy bump over here. It's feeling weird. I'm gonna show this to Jerry. I'm hoping to meet my mom in the evening. I'll show it to her and see what she says. If it's there till evening, maybe it'll just go away. Maybe I slept in a weird position that caused a little nuts to fullify or whatever. But it's definitely not feeling okay. And when I'm pressing it, it's just hurting a little bit. Not like in pain or whatever, but it's scary. Stuff like this, I get really paranoid about. Just FYI. I'm like, the minute something like this happens, I become like, what is this, I need to get it checked out. Yeah, so if this stays till evening, I'm going to the doctor for sure. Yeah, you can feel it like a swelling inside. I'm not gonna overthink. Since I was with the dermat, and the dermat is a doctor, I also asked her if she could take a look at that node, bump, swelling, whatever. I don't know what to call it because I was really worried about it, and she asked me a whole bunch. See, you can see it now, I think a little bit. कल रात को ये चला नहीं गया था, बहुत कम हो गया था. सुबह में उठ के फिर से flare up हो गया है. She asked me a bunch of really good questions about whether I had something cold, whether I drink or smoke, which I do not do either of, whether I what else did she ask me? Whether I'm feeling feverish, whether I'm feeling itchiness in my head. Like, she asked me a whole bunch of questions and the answer to everything pretty much was no. And then I did have a chilled Red Bull on Friday night, so I did realize that रात के 2 बजे तक तो मैं वो chilled Red Bull पी रही थी, and maybe because of that I was at a party where other people were smoking. Maybe that could be a trigger, I don't know. So she said just keep an eye on it for 3 to 4 days. If it doesn't subside, let me know. And I also told my mom about this, and obviously she was concerned too, but by complete coincidence my dad also had this issue a couple of days ago. It can be basically throat infection is what my dad said and the doctor said when I showed it to her. So I'm just gonna keep a close eye on it and monitor it. Things like this to get me a little bit scared. I lost one of my very close friends to cancer 2 years ago. almost 2 years ago. It's not even been 2 years, and his started off with a random swelling but on his calf, and what he thought was a random swelling turned out to be sarcoma cancer. It's created like a fear. Not just that, of course, this is similar things have happened to a lot of people we know, but happening to one of my own really close friends really, I think, has scarred me. So I'm really careful about things like that. And if you're a woman and if you have breasts, then one of the things that I make it a point to do on a regular basis is do self-checks for lumps or for any kind of unusual textures or feelings in your breasts. It's just something that I really keep an eye out on, because I feel like we know a lot of people who've lost their lives to different types of cancer. 2 of my dad's best friends, 1 of my best friends, and a whole other set of people in between. So I just kind of keep an eye out on these things very religiously. I'm a little scared, I'm a little careful. Maybe it's good that I'm careful, I don't know. While I was treating and getting better with this, I almost cancelled going for Ria's bachelorette because I was so scared. I was so scared because something like this has never happened with me, and I panicked a little bit. I said that maybe I should just not go, I should just stay here, and I made a list of health things I need to start focusing on and all of that. But then Jerry said, go, you're fine, you're just really scared, which is also understandable, but go because you'll feel better, you'll be distracted. And we had to wait it out for a week, 10 days anyway, to see how this was responding to the medication. So I decided to go to Pune. There is a vlog from Pune which you will see. I'm kind of putting a pause on that upload because I feel like I need to tell you this before I show you that vlog. So the plan is to upload this before you see the Pune vlog. It's a lot of snippets from a really fun girls' weekend. I came back from Pune on Sunday night. Today is Wednesday, and I wasn't feeling very well in a sense. I was just like, my head was very heavy, and I kept thinking that it was probably because I was so sleep deprived, right? We stayed up so late on Saturday night, and I have had, I don't even know how many Red Bulls over the weekend. And Red Bull does that to me sometimes. It makes me so sugar high while I have it, and then the next morning I'm so low on energy. I don't know what a hangover feels like, obviously, because I don't drink. I have no clue what it does, but maybe that's my Red Bull hangover or whatever. So because my head was all heavy and I kept feeling as uncomfortable as I was feeling, I decided to take a steam. And I have this new steam that I bought online, and I'll go ahead and insert a picture for you over here. The nozzle basically faces upwards. Parokhala came back from Gaon on Monday morning, so she connected the steam in for me while I was in the shower or something like that. She's doing fine, by the way. A lot of you have been asking. She's handling everything really well, and of course we're here for her. So she put the steam on, and just a minute or so later, basically she put it on while I was coming out of the shower, I think. She connected it, she hadn't even switched it on. I switched it on and I took the steam, and you guys must have seen I have a little bed table thing. I wasn't using the bed table, thank God I wasn't using the bed table thing, because what was about to happen would have been tenfold worse. The steam, which was now sitting on my bed, I was about to lift it and bring it near my face. I hadn't lifted it yet. Thank God, alhamdulillah, really. It started once it got hot, the steam makes that grrr sound. Instead of letting steam out like a toilet pipe, like the force, it started letting out hot water. And because it was on the bed, it didn't reach my face, but it started from here and it went almost all the way till my thighs and a little bit towards my knees. I started screaming at the top of my voice. My team was outside working. Nikita, Divyesh, Sheikh, Parokhala was in the house also. I think they thought I was watching TV or something, because they knew I wasn't feeling very well, so I had anyway decided to take the first half of the day off or the day off depending on how I was feeling. They heard me screaming on the top of my voice and literally all of them came in. The minute the water started to burn me the way it did, I remember moving it, and I don't know what exactly happened, but the wire somewhere got stuck near my leg, and instead of moving off the bed, it fell. The steam in itself fell on the bed and started leaking more water out. I don't know, it was just, I was like almost like not blacking out, but I couldn't, my eyes were closing in pain, and I don't visually remember a lot of what happened. The proper thing I know is that the minute I started screaming, all four of them came rushing into the bedroom. And then a few minutes later, when I realized, came to my proper senses, I was naked, because Parukhala, Sheikh and Nikita had taken my clothes off and they had rubbed Colgate all over my body, like from my neck to my knees. Yeah. And that was really, really, really fucked up. I was in so much pain. The Colgate helped so much. The Colgate helped so much. I really, really thanked them for being next to me and being by my side and having the presence of a mind to move so quickly, because I was out. I was completely out of my senses in that time. I slept for a while, and the girls were so sweet. Obviously, Devesh is so decent. He, the minute he realized something had happened, he left the room and the girls started to take care of me or whatever. But the girls literally just put a chadar on me, because I couldn't wear, I was burning up. They just put a chadar on me and they started working from my bedroom. They were like, no, we'll sit here. And they worked all afternoon till evening next to me from my bed while I came out and into sleep. And then I let the Colgate stay on my body for a couple of hours, because I was also sleeping, right? So by the time what's so funny is, literally just before this whole thing happened, I had put up a story on Instagram where I said, oh, I'm not feeling too well and blah blah blah, but I'll be back soon. And I didn't know what was going on, which I'm about to tell you now. And then in the midst of that, the burn happened. And then yesterday afternoon, when I took another shower, because obviously I've been giving myself room temperature and slightly cooler showers. I really like hot water showers, but I'm finishing up with cool since Monday, because I'm scared. So I let the Colgate stay on my body all the way till evening, and I was so scared, because I said, oh my god, I'm gonna have blisters or redness or whatever, because it's a little scary that what happened underneath this. And I cannot tell you how much I thank the Lord for this, but I just have some redness and no bruising and no blisters. The few areas where my skin is delicate, I have some redness, which is also already reducing as of this morning when I took my shower. But my body ache would just not leave me, and I was like, this is just feeling really weird. Since Sunday night, I'm talking about, headache and this ache and that ache, and I had mild fever coming and going on Monday, and I just couldn't figure it out. So yesterday I decided to take an RT-PCR, even though apart from that, you know, that थकान वाला fever वाला feeling आ रहा था, मुझे तो वो proper feeling fever वाला तो feeling आ भी नहीं रहा था. I took an RT-PCR, and earlier just this morning I tested positive for COVID. Turns out it could most likely, I mean, it's not like we're getting it checked on which variant it is or whatever, but everyone's saying that it's most likely that Omicron variant. And there's something called a CT value, which I genuinely don't know enough about, because I know the pandemic has been around for 2 years, but Jerry and I have not, well, now he hasn't, I hadn't gotten it up until now. So I've shown my report to a few people already this morning, like I forwarded it on WhatsApp and stuff, and they're saying that the CT value is good, but I'm still going to stay home. I am already obviously in contact with Jerry and Parokala, because they've been looking after me for the past 2 days. But my team is not going to come in for the next few days. I'm also having them take RT-PCR tests, because on Monday and yesterday Divyesh didn't come in, but yesterday the girls came in and obviously had some amount of contact with me, so I want to make sure they're safe. So this is me just coming on here and giving you an update that we've gone from having a throat issue to a fun weekend to feeling a little sick to getting burnt with hot water, to be very specific, to now testing positive for COVID, all in a span of around 10 days. So in case you see a lag in uploads over here, you know why. I'm not trying to reduce my frequency of upload or whatever. No, I love shooting for you guys. I love creating content. I love reading, liking, hearting and responding to each and every one of you. But I needed to come on here and I needed to give you the life update, and I needed to just be able to share this with you, because you are my family, you are my virtual family, you are the community that I have out here on the internet that I love so much. Yeah, that's where I'm at. My body really pains. I feel like somebody's cutting my toes off, and some of my fingers as well. My lower back, I was just thinking today, because I didn't sleep properly all night. Like, I slept at 9 p.m. last night, I woke up at 2 a.m. then I slept again around 3 or 4 a.m. and I woke up at around 5:30, and then when I couldn't sleep at all, I gave up. At around 6:30 I went in, 7:30 I went in and took a shower. And while I was in the shower, I was thinking, why is my lower back hurting this much? I'm not even expecting my period. I'm done with my periods for the month. I love you. Send good juju. I'll see you very soon.